Dear students, you should note that the plane polar coordinate system is very important to tackle the tough problems in curvilinear kinematics or motion of a particle in a curve. You can call it two-dimensional motion, circular motion, projectile motion. These problems can be very easily tackled by using the plane polar coordinate system, or spiral motion, helical motion, different types of motions we study in physics in different chapters. So this plane polar coordinate system is one of very interesting or very strong tool to handle the problems of mechanics and other parts of physics. Well, apart from this plane polar coordinate system, we have some other types of systems, coordinate systems like cylindrical coordinate system and spherical coordinate system. In cylindrical coordinate system, we have r-axis, we have theta axis, we have z-axis. In spherical coordinate system, we have r-axis, phi axis, and theta axis. I will talk about these two coordinate systems in detail in the chapter of kinematics. So in brief, just to remember that in cylindrical coordinate system, the unit vector along r-axis is r cap, along theta axis the unit vector is theta cap, along z-axis the unit vector is z cap or k cap. In spherical coordinate system, along r-axis the unit vector is r cap, along phi axis the unit vector is phi cap, along theta axis the unit vector is theta cap. Unit vector, axis. In spherical coordinate system, this is the axis and this column is the unit vector in the cylindrical coordinate system. Coming back to the plane polar coordinate system, let me talk about the other two types of coordinate axis or the unit vectors. In this plane polar coordinate system, when the particle moves in a curve, is x-axis, y-axis, this is the origin, this is the position of the particle. My dear students, you should not be too much panic when you are talking about the plane polar coordinate system. It looks a bit awkward, bit difficult, but it's not actually difficult. It's very interesting. Once you know this coordinate system, you have the grip over this coordinate system, you can tackle the harder problems very easily. Those who are very fond of appearing for different competitive examinations like IIT JEE and Olympiads and other examinations, you should be very much confident about the plane polar coordinate system. So in this coordinate system, there are another two axes. These two axes are known as tangential axis and normal axis. For instance, when this is the position of the particle with respect to the origin O, the x-axis, this is the y-axis, this is the r-axis, and perpendicular to r-axis we have theta axis. Apart from these two axes, we have another set of two axes, like this is the tangent drawn at the point when the particle moves in this direction. This is the tangent line drawn along the positive direction of, or the motion of the particle. This is called tau axis, because this is the tangent. Once you draw a tangent, you can extend it. Now you can draw a normal. A perpendicular line passing through this point P is a normal. This is the normal, or we can call it n-axis. Any unit vector along n-axis normal direction is n cap. Any unit vector along tangential direction is tau cap. Any unit vector along theta direction is theta cap. Any unit vector along r direction is r cap. So apart from r cap and theta cap, we have these two axes, tangential and normal axis. Along the tangential axis we have the unit vector tau cap. Along the normal axis we have the unit vector n cap. This will be very interesting, and these unit vectors are very powerful to read the kinematics of a particle in a curve, in a plane curve. Of course, those who are not very much interested in this plane polar coordinate system, you can read only the Cartesian coordinate system and the unit vector of Cartesian coordinate system, be satisfied. Then when you will be more matured in physics, then you should go for plane polar coordinate system to solve the harder problems. So tau cap, n cap are the unit vectors along the tangent and normal direction. All these things again I will tell you in the forthcoming video in the chapter of kinematics of a particle in a curve. And r cap and theta cap, these two pairs of The unit vectors along the r and theta axis, normal n and tangent tau axis or direction, axis or direction, same thing. So the application of the unit vector in different coordinate system, plane polar coordinate system, Cartesian coordinate system, plane polar coordinate system, cylindrical coordinate system and spherical coordinate system. The cylindrical and spherical don't take too much pressure. My dear students, this video, particularly the plane polar coordinate system, is very important. Those who are not very much comfortable, by going through this video again and again, you can understand the plane polar coordinate system and the unit vectors along the r-axis, theta axis, the tangent axis or the tau axis and normal axis or n-axis very easily. You should not be too much panic. For the cylindrical and spherical coordinate system, for the timing, you can keep it aside. When the time will come in my next videos in curvilinear kinematics, when I will introduce the different coordinate system, again I will talk about the plane polar coordinate system, but in brief maybe, but in other coordinate system like cylindrical and spherical coordinate system, I will definitely tell you in detail. Therefore, you should not be too much worried about for the cylindrical and spherical coordinate system, but this particular context of plane polar coordinate system is very important for the application of a unit vector in this particular 4-axis. Tangential axis tau cap, normal axis n cap, r-axis r cap and theta axis theta cap are 4 unit vectors in plane polar coordinate system.